Let's go. We will go live. Good luck, have fun to all of the players. And we will start now. Let's go with the first map here. It will be tree jump. And let's go. Okay, Papu already a 0.4 of a second lead. What is this guy doing? What a performance by Papu here again. First identity, no mistakes. Carl Jr. not releasing, so he's going for the full risk line. And look how he's overtaking Papu here. What a line by Carl Jr. And that's why I put him on the first place here as my bet. But still, everything can be decided here as no player has dropped majorly behind. But just when I say that, it's Papu. What has happened to him? Papu from second to last position here. So Papu will not get a map win here. And almost making a mistake as well as we can see Riolu and also Matt making a mistake. And Papu with an additional mistake here. So this is definitely not good for him. Oh, as a lot of things are happening here on this second lap. And we can see him, the Kameto core player. Let's see how he's doing this identity. Looking good for him. Yes, he's passing it. Aurel as well. Then we have Afi going for the attack. Spam also making it. Evon just behind. And then also Pack surviving it. So top 6, all of the players are surviving it. Oh, it's getting very, very close. Look at this fight here. Top 6 in between 1 second of each other. So if a player just risking it here, everything can happen. But on the other hand, we see Spam not with the best ice section here. And also Scrappy is overtaking him, and Spam down to P8 actually with that. Loses more than 1.5 seconds with that ice part. So you can see ice is very decisive, and Afi jumping too far to the right. Oh no, and this is a huge error for him as he drops down to P11 with that. So from P3 to P11, not looking good here. And still the fight is going on between Aurel and Bren. Evon still on P3. And yeah, indeed. Oh, Evon with a mistake here. And Massa also clipping the inside. Had to go to jump between the two trees. And Bren also with a mistake. So what is happening here? Pack all of a sudden on P2. Just with a very conservative playstyle. Pack is on the second position. The Yap tree will decide it. Will Aurel take home that first place? It's looking good for him as he's jumping very good, as well as Massa. Massa is pushing it here for that second place. And indeed, Massa will overtake him here for that second place. And yes, no, actually, Pack has more speed. And no, Pack is crashing into it because he has risked too much. Pack will fall behind. No, Pack has risked it here for the biscuit and will drop multiple position. And Pack is dead, down to P11. As we see Massa on P4, Carl Jr. also on P5, and Gwen on P6. All less than 1 second behind. But what a great fight here for that top 3. Scrappy, Pack, and Papu approaching it firstly. And really, really nice fight. Very close. Again, between Pack and Scrappy. And also Papu does a really good identity here. But Pack is still in the lead. Papu is losing it here and gets overtaken here by all the other players. And Pack has also dropped a little bit behind towards P4. And look at that. Here's also the fastest lap so far, so Massa can go home here with the perfect score with 22 points. But also for Papu, Carl Jr. and Pack, it is looking really well. But Massa, just when I say that, he dropped down a little bit. He lost 1 second, so this could spice everything up here. Because Papu, Carl Jr. and Pack are lurking in the shadow here, as we can see. Oh, Papu with a mistake there. Papu has touched. And Pack and Carl Jr. will capitalize from that. Pack now up to P3. And this is exactly what Pack's playing style is about here on that first 2 maps. He's just waiting. He's playing the consistency game and waiting that someone is making a mistake. So Pack on that 3rd position. Great identity here for him. And only 2 seconds between him and Massa. But then we also have Papu lurking here. Great section from both of the players here. But he is not really coming closer toward. This is the last lap, guys. This is the last lap. So let's focus here on that battle for that 3rd position. Papu with overspeed here, but almost lost it there. So that was a very close section here from Papu. And also Massa is losing it. Massa is losing it, and Carl Jr. will overtake him here. Let's focus on this battle here for that 1st position. It is neck and neck between both of the players here. Massa versus Carl Jr. 300ths of a second between both of them. This can be really close, but Massa has more speed in this section. Massa has more speed. 1 more identity to go. And also Pack is coming closer. Pack only 0.7 away. So he can make it happen here. If he's really risking it in the ending, Pack can overtake both of them. But let's follow Pack here. It is neck and neck between Massa and Carl Jr. Carl Jr. with more speed in this identity. And it is Carl Jr. with more speed. It is so close to call. Look at that. Oh my god. Massa still in first. And Carl Jr. lurking. And also Papu with a good section. But it will be Massa winning map 2. Ahead of Carl Jr. and Pack with more speed. Going home with 12 points. Papu in fourth. So really close fight here between them. Oh, but Papu making a small mistake. Had to release. And thus it is Spam and Pack now going into that fight for that second place. What a close fight here for that second position as we go into that third identity now. Pack not with a smooth landing there. And Papu did it really good. So Papu is claiming the second place yet again here. It's so far. Gwen still holding strong to that first place. As we see Papu still on that second place. And then Pack and Spam on that battle for that third position, but Spam not with the best identity. And Papu with a mistake. Papu is dead, and he will most likely drop out here of that top 8. Look at that, even Aurel is overtaking him here, and now we have a battle and a half. He is 6 seconds behind, and all of a sudden it's Massa only 0.38 behind, and we have to follow this battle here. It is a close battle here for that 8th position. Massa can make it happen, as we can see Scrappy and Papu being in right now. Despite Papu making that mistake, he's still finding himself in that 8th position. So we can see 1 second between second and third position, and also between first and second. So I'm not gonna go into that battle here. Let's see what Massa is doing, the Berlin International Gaming player here. Can he make it happen? Can he rely on a mistake? Position seemed to be set in stone. Maybe this battle here for that 7th position. Oh, but Aurel! No way! Aurel dropping from P6 to P11 even. And this means that Massa is taking his points. Oh no. So Massa is taking, will take his points, or will secure them, and Aurel will lose 12 points. But now we have one more identity. Massa has just to survive that here, and it's looking very good. Let's follow Spam here as we see Pack being on 2nd position, Spam on 3rd, then we have Kappa on 4th, Yannick's on 5th, Papu on 6th, Scrappy on 7th, and then Massa keeping his points just ahead of Carl Jr. 300ths of a second. Are you kidding me? Carl Jr. losing 13 points here in the ending. 300ths of a second between both of them. What a fight. I was not expecting that. Carl Jr. pushing it out of nowhere again. But it is Massa keeping his points. And Carl Jr. minus 13. So this will be a hard task for Massa. But he can make that happen. He's one of the fastest players here. But of course, if you're risking it more. But look at that. Gwen has not made this speed check here. And now Gwen is fully fallen apart. So we have to jump here from the left to the right. And Gwen has not made that. It is now down to P15. 10 seconds behind. And he is about to lose 16 points. But let's follow the fight here for that first position. It is Carl Jr., Afi, Papu, Kappa, and Pack in the top 5. And then we have Twin behind. So let's see who will be the leader of the race here for that first position. Look at that, 1 second between the top 8 here. What a close fight between all the players here. Pack still in this battle for that top 6. Then we have Spam and Riolu falling a little bit behind. See how far away he is now. Only 0.2. So Afi is pushing it here for that first place. We have 2 more identities to pass. And Afi is really pushing it. 0.1 of a second. What a line by the BDS player here. Really greatly done, and what a fight here for the first position. Papu has a little bit more speed here to work with, but Afi lands a little bit smoother, so it is dead even between them. Only 500ths of a second between them, and on the meantime we see Pack dropping down to P6 here. What Riolu is doing here as he is on that 9th position. He only 1 point on stake, but he could make some damage here to Kappa or to Spam, who has dropped behind. So Spam is now actually not down to P8 because Evon is a little bit further behind. But guys, I'm sorry, but I can only see this DNF. It's super bugging me, but it is Spam on P8. And yeah, also, oh no, Riolu dropping behind here. And Riolu has made a mistake, but I can't see Evon. Will it be close or not? I can't say that it is Papu winning it over Afi here. Carl Jr., Pack, Kappa, Aurel, Evon, Spam. And then we have Riolu losing 1 point here. And now we have the first identity. Who's gonna pass it? It is really important that you get it. Riolu jumping super far to the right. Oh, and failing it as well as Carl Jr. Carl Jr. falling super far behind. And then we have Pack and Gwen surviving it here and then spam on P3. Here, let's follow Pack here for the third identity. Alright, alright. Oh, Pack jumping too far to the right. Can he save it? Oh no, Pack has to respawn. And he jumped too far to the right. This is not good. And thus Pack making it now and still is on the safe spot. But now Papu is only 0.9 away here. Oh no, oh no. Be close fight as we see Pack going for a more up approach. So he has more speed on this ice to work with. But also your car will tilt a little bit more. And Pack almost clipping the outside of the bobsleigh there. But fortunately he didn't do it so. But it is Papu coming closer and closer. Goes really for the attack but didn't get a lot of speed in this section. Pack has again a little bit of room to breathe. 0.3 of a second. He will survive it. Bren jumping super far to the right. Oh, lol. Oh, Bren is surviving it. No. Bren with a dead respawn. And Bren is dead. No way. And Scrappy survives it. Spam with a mistake. And therefore Pack will go home. Or will go over into that 6th position here. And now look at this fight here. All of a sudden it is Spam down to P10. But what a battle are we witnessing here? It is 0.2 of a second between Brand, Spam and Tween. And Papu is now in the green again. What a close fight. What a close fight this is. And then we also have Evon. I'm not sure how far behind he is. But he is also in that 11th position. But Tween can lose it here, and Spam and Bren are pushing it. They have nothing to lose. It's do or die for all of the players. Spam has 34 points on stake, and he could secure him here, or he could take it. Last identity, Spam is overtaking Bren here in this section, and Tween is more than 0.4 ahead. But let's see, one more identity. Spam with a good identity here. No one is failing it, and Tween will indeed take the 8 points with him, and Spam will lose 34 points, as well as Evon 24 points of a loss, 21 points of a loss for him, and Pack and Papu will secure their points. Look at this fight here for the top. 0.15 between the top 5, and also Pack is in there. Pack, Papu, Massa, and then we have Gwen as well, the wonder child here, the 16-year-old. So this is really looking very like a close battle, but Scrappy on the other hand dropping a little bit behind. But we can see how close it is. 0.5 between 1st and 11th position. What a close fight. So let's follow Gwen here. The Kameto core player. Approaching this identity. Scrappy did it really well here. And Gwen. Oh, Gwen has lost a little bit of speed. But still worked out for him. And Bren. Bren is dead. Bren is dead. And won't have a saying here on that second round. Or in that second lap, rather. And now we have the last lap. It is Pack versus Massa here for that first place battle. It is Gwen falling behind. So let's see who will win this step. Will it be Pack? If Pack will go home with that first position. Pack is winning the step here, and he is pushing it. Massa not with a good section here. Pack with more speed in this section. It is neck and neck between the Berlin International Gaming player and Pack, the M&M player. And Pack is actually going onto the lead. Then we have Massa in second, but what a close fight here. What a close fight between both of them. Pack is jumping super close to the right there. And actually Papu has dropped to P12, so Pack will win this step if he will stay here. Papu will actually drop behind and is super far behind. So let's focus on this battle for that first position here. Massa versus Pack in this last identity here. Massa with a lot of speed and goes over into the lead. Then we have Pack risking it as well here. Good speed for him. The last part will decide it. Who will take the victory here? It is Pack with more speed, and Pack will indeed win map 6 on that second step. Pack will go home with 20 points and wins the second step here. GG. Massa in second, Gwen in third. Then we have Carl Jr. in 4th position, and Papu will lose 52 points. What a rip for him. 52 points down the toilet for Papu, and Pack will go home with 67 points. 67 points for Pack. What a great performance.